When Jigmet's grandfather died, he left young Jigmet a purse full of money. Jigmet decided to use the money to learn magic. "I'm going to learn magic from Master Gojia Pasha," he told his parents. "Don't do that," his father told him. "People say that Gojia Pasha is in league with the devil." His parents tried to stop him, but Jigmet refused to listen. So he marched up to Master Gojia Pasha's house and knocked loudly at his front door. "Kili, what do you want?" asked Gojia Pasha, opening the front door. "I want to learn all that you can teach me," said Jigmet. "That will cost you a great deal of money," said Gojia Pasha. Jigmet handed him the purse full of money. Gojia Pasha led him inside a huge hall covered with large windows. "I'm willing to make you my pupil, but I'm a strict teacher and my pupils must obey every rule. Everyone wakes up at 6 o'clock in the morning. Classes start at 8 o'clock sharp. I give a lunch break of only half an hour, after which they will be studying till 6 o'clock in the evening." "That's fair enough," said Jigmet. "I haven't told you about my most important rule, and that is," said Gojia Pasha, "when the term is over, the last pupil to leave the school will belong to me, body and soul, and be my slave for the rest of his life." "That's not fair." "Take it or leave it," said Gojia Pasha. "If you don't like my rules, I won't teach you." But Jigmet was determined to become a magician. "Let me think it over," he said. He sat down on a chair. His eyes wandered round the hall. It was 10 o'clock in the morning. The sun shone brightly through the doors and windows. He could see the shadows of the chairs and tables and of Gojia Pasha and himself on the floor behind him. "When the term comes to an end, do your pupils go out through this hall?" asked Jigmet. "They do," replied Gojia Pasha. "Do they leave at this time?" "They do." "Very well. Give me the form and I'll sign it." Jigmet signed the papers and gave Gojia Pasha the money. "Classes start next Monday," said Gojia Pasha, closing the door. The following Monday, Jigmet made his way to his new classroom. Gojia Pasha introduced Jigmet to all the students, and they all got busy with the serious business of learning magic. And what fun it was! One day, he changed them all into different animals. Jigmet was changed into a tiger, Moti into a goat, Shubh into a lion, and Bobby into a dog. The whole class resounded with the cries of different animals. When Gojia Pasha clapped his hands, the animals changed back into human beings. The next day, he taught them how to pull bunny rabbits out of hats. And on the third day, he taught them how to pull out reams of colored paper from their mouths. And so the days and weeks and months passed. As the term drew to an end, the boys remembered the papers they had signed. The boy who would leave the hall last would become Gojia Pasha's slave for the rest of his life. The last day of the term grew nearer. The boys became more and more nervous. The only boy who was not nervous was Jigmet. Seeing his friends' troubled faces, he told them, "Stop worrying. I'm willing to go last from the hall." "You don't mean it." "I do." "You won't mind becoming his slave?" "We'll see who becomes master's slave," Jigmet told the boys. "Let the day come." And so it was agreed that Jigmet would be the last to leave the hall. The last day of the term arrived. The boys gathered in the hall. Gojia Pasha smiled at his students and said, "Gilly, Gilly, I've taught you all the magic I knew. Now you're on your own. When I strike the gong, you're all to run out of the hall. The boy who runs out last will be my slave." He struck the gong. There was a rush for the door. The boys fought and pushed and elbowed. Only Jigmate remained behind. He walked slowly up to the door. Gojia Pasha gave an evil smile and caught him by his shoulder. "Ho, ho! Jigmate will be my slave forever and ever." "Hands off," said Jigmate. "What do you mean, hands off? You're my slave. I have the papers," Gojia said with an evil laugh. "Ah, but I'm not the last to leave." "Not the last? And who, may I ask, is going to leave after you?" "Take a look behind me," said Jigmate. Gojia turned around. "I can't see anyone," he said. "Of course you can. You can see my shadow. He's the last to leave, and you're welcome to keep him. Thank you for all you have taught me." And Jigmate walked out of the hall into the bright sunshine. Gojia Pasha knew he had been tricked. From that day on, he never tried forcing his students to become his slave.